Stand up and face your fears with strength and courage. Stand up and take those tears to where the road is. Stay up and you'll see the beginning of a new day, new sense of living. Stand up with your 2 feet and listen. You are the miracle.
To seize the special season. Stand up and dare to live the time that's given. Stay up and you'll suddenly see a great reason to start to believe that this life is a blessing indeed. Get out of your prison. You can't resist. Get up to learn it all right now as you seek your lessons. Make sense from your deepest sorrows. Don't wait until too late tomorrow. You have to sign up for the enjoyment even when you're sad. Let's hear it, Evan.
Yeah, don't be afraid. No, don't be afraid. You just gotta look up to the sky. Say I'm thankful that I've seen another day. I know you feel like it's too much sometimes. I know you feel like giving up sometimes. But you just gotta shine bright, be the sign, be the light when there's none. Telling everyone, oh, gotta take one step at a time, take it slow. And you'll see that there's a way to bring peace and better days. If you believe in me, you say.
Get up to see the world like this. It's simple treasures you can't resist. Get up to learn it all right now as you seek your lessons. Make sense from your deepest sorrows. Don't wait until too late tomorrow. You have to sign up for the enjoyment even when you're Get up to see the world like this. It's simple treasures you can't resist. Get up to learn it all right now as you seek your lessons.
Get up to heal the world in pain, to send your love out in His name.
Get up to hold the aging hand. Set the right example now.
Resilience. To me, resilience is the ability to endure those low balls, as they say, that life throws at you, those hardships, those difficult moments that you are not ready to face. Sometimes I wonder whether resilience can really be taught to somebody else. However, I do believe that you can be inspired or motivated by other role models, by the examples of how they faced difficult times. To me, my role model was my dad. He was a World War II Holocaust survivor. He was taken at a very young age. The Nazis came into his house and took him away, separated him from his family, from his mom, and took him into a concentration camp. I used to ask him, but how did you do? How did you manage? He used to tell me I would simply take it a day at a time. And at that moment, of course, you might think, well, one day at a time, what does that really mean? But to him, it was that every night when he was able to go to sleep and realizing that he wasn't taken to the gas chamber at that time, that to him was a victory. So as a key message of all his experience, I recall he would say, don't let other people tell you the end of the story, because they might paint a picture that is terrible. In his case, they were telling him, you're going to be killed. But he mentalized that, I'm not going to listen to this end of this story. And in fact, that helped him be able to at least survive that terrible experience. So how have I applied that example in my own life? Several years ago, I was with a friend, and she was telling me that she had had a breast lifting. And at that point in time, I really had never thought that I wanted to have a plastic surgery. But it was in such a way that she told her story that the following day, I suddenly said, you know what, I'm going to go see this same plastic surgeon. And he tells me, you should have this later in your mid-40s, in your 50s, but not at this time. You're too young, no need for it. I convinced him. He said, okay, fine. We had a cancellation, and they booked the OR for a half-an-hour procedure. It happens that when I wake up from the anesthesia, several hours had gone by, and they gave me the news. They suddenly found that I had cancer. And they told me I had a 6-month prognosis. So this goes to show about the signs that life sometimes gives you. Imagine, I'm going for a plastic surgery just because a friend had done it and I kind of liked her result. But look what happened. Let's do a quick exercise. Take out a pad and write down your top 5 goals or priorities that you want to accomplish in the next 5 years. Do that right now. Now, imagine that you're being told that you only have 6 months to live. Take out your pad again and write down your top 5 goals or priorities that you would like to accomplish in this short time of 6 months. Okay, so now compare your 2 lists. Probably that which you wrote in your priorities of the next 6 months, that's probably what you should be pursuing now. And that's what happened to me. Probably what you wrote in your first list, when you believe that you have a very long life ahead of you, God willingly, has things that maybe now, when you look at them at a different perspective, they're not as relevant, they're not as important. And that's exactly what happened to me. I used to be very, very organized, always planning ahead. And then suddenly life shocks me with a diagnosis of cancer, with a prognosis of 6 months, and I totally had to change the way I view life. So this reminds us of what my dad used to say: don't let others tell you the end of the story. Such is the case that many years down the road, here I am, still battling cancer. I really haven't been on remission. I've gone through over 300 chemo sessions. Imagine if back then they would have told me, you're going to have to endure 300 chemo sessions. Probably at that time I would have said, no way, I'm just not going to do this, forget it. But no, I took it one day at a time. I didn't allow the chatterbox of our mind remind me of, there's only 6 months. No, I will continue going. I approach my illness through a 4-step approach, which I like to call the star journey. Why the star? Because the patient is the star of his or her healing journey. They have to take a proactive role. The medical community does their part, but we have to do our own part. S stands for serving through self-expression. I really needed to feel that my journey and my experience was being helpful to other people. Although I've had a long tenure in a corporate career, it was really songwriting and my artistic vein what helped me go through all this healing journey. I wrote songs for my family. I wrote songs for other patients as well. I published my memoir. All of that was a way not only for myself to basically express what I was going through, the different emotional states, but it was a way to also massify the message, let other people join me in this journey and be able to apply this in their own experiences. In a way, I think that if we share what we're going through, I'm sure at least one person, as I like to say, one soul at a time, one person at a time, we can touch lives and perhaps make a difference. I also decided to launch yearly breast cancer awareness campaigns, and I've always loved art and photography, and so I simply said, let me just put out there some dramatic images accompanied by simple messages, but relevant messages, at least of what was working for me. T stands for transforming the hardship into gratitude. Seems hard. If you're facing something so difficult, what do you have? How could you possibly be thanking life for this hardship? To be able to have gratitude, that we focus on what we do have. So in that moment, for example, I lost all my hair, and I've lost it several times due to the chemotherapy. I mean, what is there to be thankful for that? But I'm going to focus on what I do have. So now I'm bald head. I have the bald head. Well, I would try different fashions. I would put on scarves. I would put on, different hats, or I never wore a wig. A stands for attitude. So I've always been perhaps a little bit rebellious in the sense that when doctors tell me to do one thing, well, I happen to do something else. Imagine it's been many, many years of different protocols of chemotherapy, radiations, and also several surgeries. So one of those surgeries, which was in the lung, was a 5 to 6 hour operation. And that same night, I mean, of course, the doctors would say, you can't move. I had a drainage. You have to stay in bed. You don't get up. Little by little, I just got up the same night of my surgery and went to the bathroom. And once I was there, I realized, you know what? I'm gonna wash my hair. I need to look good, even if you are, in the hospital. And so with one hand, because the other hand I could not move, I grabbed some of the soap or the shampoo that was there, and with one hand on the sink, I started washing my hair at 2 a.m. after lung surgery, and washed it. And suddenly I hear that somebody knocks the door in the room, and where's the patient? Then the nurse comes into the bathroom and says, what are you doing? And in that moment, all my hair was dripping water and I'm looking for a towel, and the nurse was like shocked. I was like, what are you doing? And so I said, do you have a dryer? I need to dry my hair. I was washing it. What? I mean, you just had a surgery. Do you know what's the first cause of death after a lung surgery? Pneumonia. This just goes to illustrate that attitude is important. And in my case, that's how I have transformed this illness. I mean, to me, aesthetics are important, so I go and I wash my hair at 2 a.m, or I go to the chemo center and I, put makeup on, I put my dress, the fashion, I try to see if somebody else needs makeup. I take my travel magazines and, try to transform the circumstance, because of course I can't change the fact that I'm battling this illness, and it's a terrible illness. Every time I go to the chemo center, there's one chair that is empty. Why? Because maybe that patient now suddenly passed away. R stands for roadmap, to a vision of an end result. In my case, is a vision of perfect health. I recall one of my favorite authors, Greg Braden, always says that when you pray, you don't only do so with words. You have to actually feel the end result. So if you are praying for rain, you have to imagine your feet wet on the ground. And I put that into practice a lot. I don't see myself as being ill. As my book says, having an illness doesn't mean that you are ill. There are moments in time that you might feel sick, that the chemo affects. Of course, you take your time to rest, to do the things that you need to do, but you immediately try to snap out of it. So STAR, S-T-A-R, serving, transforming the hardship into gratitude, attitude, positive attitude, and having a roadmap to a vision of something great. Life hits us all at different points in time. It's not smooth. It's not a smooth journey, but it really doesn't matter, because if you look at it through a different lens, you can endure those moments that are hard. You can. And it's especially important that you surround yourself with your loved ones, with your family, with your friends, with positive people, people that paint a different picture for you. Don't let the chatterbox of your mind and that picture that other people tell you that's going to be the end of your story, don't let that get to you. You can be the owner of the end of your story. You are the star of your story. Make the best out of it. And all those hardships, they truly do make you stronger. Just focus on being, kind, good, being a better human being, and being a better version of your own self every single day. To close, I want to leave you with another official video of one of my songs. I really hope that you enjoy it.
You see me smile, a little wink, perhaps just a small tear in the corner of my eye. You think I have no pain, and my head is way up high, always looking to the sky. A journey to victory, yeah, could feel long, but I'm a warrior. Yes, I'm a warrior, with the weapon of faith and the armor of hope. Oh, I'm a warrior. Yes, I'm a warrior, transforming every setback into a comeback. I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior for you. I'm a warrior. In the battlefield of love and fear, love always wins. I'm unstoppable, yeah. There's an energy that bursts right from within, yeah. My head turned way up high, always looking to the sky. The journey to victory, yeah, could feel long, but I'm a warrior. Yes, I'm a warrior.